Racer is a Chrome experiment built for the mobile browser, and it's a slot car game that takes place across multiple device screens. With Racer, we were trying to see what we could do in the mobile browser as far as syncing and gameplay. Racer started as a crazy little sketch about wouldn't it be cool if we could race across our phone screens? And that went through several iterations of do we do circles or lines or grids? And then how does that influence how the track works?
We are not game developers. We just wanted to make a cool experiment that was fun in order to get the point across that you can do a lot with Chrome for mobile devices.
Stuart had built a pretty good prototype of the thing, so we could get a couple phones together and have a really simple race. And that was enough to say, you know, we should pull on some really great partners to build this thing out at a bigger scale. And that's when we brought in Active Theory to help.
Well, honestly, we were worried at the start. You know, we weren't 100% sure that it could be cracked.
There are a lot of hurdles that we tried to cover that doesn't really happen when we make a website. Making the UI responsive to any size, making it so the animation's synced up, and then the latency, different networks.
We use a lot of tricks, and I mean, when you're doing graphics programming, it all ends up being a lot of tricks. To deal with latency, the phone that has the car on it constantly sends updates to the other phones so they position their cars correctly. So when it comes time to cross over from screen to screen, it seems to work perfectly.
It's just showing what Chrome can do, and yeah, that's where we want to be, just making cool things on the web. That's every developer's dream, right?
When you can finally kind of see 5 people jumping on the game and playing and everything syncing and starting all at once, and then the music comes in and it all starts at once, it's just unreal.
Well, the music in the game was composed by GIORGIO MORODER.
GIORGIO's done a lot of soundtracks, Scarface, Neverending Story, all these kind of classic movies that we love. It was really cool to get him to make a soundtrack to our game.
The things which I liked first was the idea of doing the music for a game, because I never did that. I had this race in my head and I just started to work. I used to have all kind of different cars, Ferrari and Lamborghini. To drive and compose it, it works quite well. It's quite interesting to hear the first 8 bars and then the second one is a little bigger, and then when all 5 guys play, then it's a huge orchestra. With the music and the sound effects and the fanfare, it's a great combination of sounds and visual.
Our responsibility is to make sure that everything sounds good, whether it's GIORGIO's music or the sound design, and across all different devices and platforms.
Instead of playing all the sounds through one small mobile speaker, we can spread them out and get sort of a multi-channel installation. With the Web Audio API, it's a lot of possibilities, a lot more now than 3-4 years ago. We're doing cool things with audio in the browser.
Racer is a showcase of mobile devices and a technology called WebSockets. WebSockets is a technology that keeps a connection open all the time, which allows multiple devices to communicate in real time with other devices. So we do a load of connection testing when you first load up the game to see which computer, which server is nearest to you and which is going to be fastest. So when you come into Racer, you first hit App Engine, and App Engine gets you set up with all of the static files like JavaScript, CSS, HTML, and gets your page ready and triggers off a load of connections to Compute Engine and connections to cloud storage as well. Cloud storage contains static files like music, pull those down. Compute Engine runs the relays that are what you actually play your game on. So you shouldn't see any of this. It's only if it goes badly that you will, so hopefully that won't happen.
The mobile web is becoming richer and more fully featured every day. There's just newer and cooler applications that are being built and that users can access simply from going to a web page within a browser. Racer is available from any phone or any operating system. And so that means that everyone can access it no matter the device that they have. One of our goals with Chrome for Mobile is to enable developers to build awesome applications using the best of the mobile web. Racer is just the start of what's becoming possible.